What do Mario Kart and GTA have in common? Other than the obvious ones, which would be intense violence, explosions, and driving cars away from the cops. You got it, it's the fact that it's been close to a decade since either of these wildly popular franchises have released a new entry in their series. Back when I was a kid in the late 90s and the early 2000s, it was pretty normal for mainline franchises to release a new game every year or every other year. I mean, take a look at the release dates of the first 7 Mario Party games and you'll understand what I grew up with. You'll also see similar patterns if you look at other franchises during that era. Zelda games were never released too far apart. There was only 2 years between the first 2 Super Smash Bros. Games, 4 years between the Wii U and 3DS versions and Smash Ultimate, and Mario Kart games didn't usually have more than a 3 to 5 year gap between new releases either, until now. We haven't gotten a new mainline Mario Kart entry since 2014. That's 8 years of Mario Kart 8. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Mario Kart 8, but come on man, where's Mario Kart 9? Were we just extremely spoiled by the more frequent releases of games in the earlier 2000s? Maybe. But I can think of plenty of reasons for this mainline Mario Kart drought. In the time since Mario Kart 8's release on the Wii U, we've gotten Mario Kart Tour on mobile devices, Mario Kart Home Circuit, and of course, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is just a port of Mario Kart 8. Developing these other entries has no doubt taken away from some of the development time that the team would have otherwise used to create Mario Kart 9. And while I'm sure there are people out there who are very pleased with this current lineup, these entries don't quite satisfy the need for a full-on Mario Kart sequel. Another reason we've been stuck in Mario Kart 8 purgatory for so long has to be the sales numbers for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This game has sold more copies than any other Switch game by a long shot, and it's a port. Nintendo looks at how consistently this game has sold for the past 5 years and says, yup, no need to put a new one out yet. They might not want to interrupt the sales of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe so that it can possibly keep climbing the best-selling games of all time list, which I get. With the amount of fans that purchase this game, the sales for the new game may end up being lackluster in comparison. We've seen patterns like this before with their better-selling products, just like the Wii U sales that directly followed the Wii sales. Of course, there are other factors at play in the console game, like higher prices, marketing, lack of appealing titles from one console to the next, but the pattern is still there. Regardless of whatever patterns we can point to, somehow I'm sure that these Mario Kart 8 sales numbers have a lot to do with the lack of urgency in putting a new game out. Another part of the reason for this long gap could be technical limitations. With the newer, more complex games, it could just be that it takes more time than it used to develop a fully functioning, marketable product. That said, there are franchises that do manage to give us new titles year after year, even in this new gaming ecosystem. Call of Duty, for example, has released a new entry every single year without fail since 2003. Of course, we all know that the recent releases aren't always as clean as they can be on launch day, and Call of Duty only varies so much from year to year. So this definitely isn't to say that I think we should get a new Mario Kart every single year. Far from it. I want to be assured that the product we eventually get is fully functional. But 8 years and counting, it does seem a little bit long when you do have franchises that manage to produce every single year. One thing that this 8-year-long gap has successfully built for Nintendo is some serious fan anticipation, and anytime there is so much as a leak about the game, Mario Kart 9 trends on Twitter, just like it did recently for a leak saying that the game is in development, and we might be able to expect an announcement about the game later this year. Like most leaks, we have to take this with a grain of salt, but given how long it's been since the last entry, it's not impossible for us to hear something this year. The funny thing about a leak about a game being in development is that we could have guessed that it's in development, but when there's a leak, it just feels that much more real. One possible question that I think surrounds a Mario Kart 9 release is whether or not it comes out for the current iteration of the Nintendo Switch. We have never gotten more than one Mario Kart release on a single console, so if Mario Kart 9 were to be a regular Switch game, that would be a first. It's possible to break this cycle because even though the Switch has a Mario Kart, it is just a port. So if there were ever a time to release a second Mario Kart for a system, this would probably be the time. It would also probably push Switch sales even higher than they already are, and might even give the system the longevity it needs to keep climbing the ladder of best-selling consoles. Regardless of when we get Mario Kart 9 or what system we get it for, we know it's going to happen eventually. It's not like Nintendo will just discontinue Mario Kart as a series, right? I mean, why would they ever do that to any of their fun franchises? When this game comes out, what is it going to look like? Each recent new entry in the series has introduced at least something new. Double Dash had the cool partner gimmick, we introduced motion steering and bikes into the mix, Mario Kart 7 had gliding and kart customization, and 8 took everything in 7 a step further while adding the zero gravity mechanic. We know Mario Kart 9 will introduce a new twist, as they never release anything that's just a carbon copy of what came before it. It's also explicitly mentioned in that leak that we're going to pretend to believe. All we really know from this leak is that there's going to be a twist, which we could have guessed ourselves, and that it might get announced later this year. So basically, we still know nothing. But regardless of knowing nothing, it's still fun to theorize about what we might be getting. Maybe Mario Kart 9 is when they finally introduce vehicle destruction mechanics. That's a pretty cool feature that shows up in other racing games. Imagine Mario just about to cross the finish line in first place, but then a blue shell blows his B-Dasher to smithereens, except in this game, he doesn't just get past at the last possible second. His car's health bar is depleted to 0 and he can't finish the race. I don't know about you, but I would at least play a mode where your car's health is a feature. Your objective would be just as much to destroy your opponent's vehicles as it would be to win the race. Maybe you could even get bonus points in the ranking for destroying your opponent's vehicles, and different vehicle builds could have different defensive stats. Yeah, that actually sounds kind of fun. Yeah, I might actually write a handwritten letter to Nintendo now. Please give me a sec. You guys did that before, right? You guys would write handwritten notes to Nintendo when you were in elementary school? Just me? Yeah? Okay. Well, I could sit here making up ideas that'll never get into a Mario Kart game for hours. But one place we could look to see some ideas that might have a chance of making it in is seeing what the scrapped ideas were from the previous games. Like, for example, did you know that in Mario Kart 8 they were originally developing a drill that would attach to the front of a player's cart and allow them to tunnel through the ground? Honestly, this would have allowed for some pretty cool track designs, but I'm not surprised it got scrapped. I mean, I don't really know how fancy you could make a drill look on the front of a cart. But imagine if they did bring this back. This would work so well if you combined it with my destruction mechanics idea from before, because not only could you use the drills to drill into the ground, you could use them to drill into your opponent's vehicles and just destroy them. This is such a good idea. I am adding this to my letter right now. This is the best idea I've ever. Your guess is as good as mine for what Mario Kart 9's new gameplay twist is going to be, but there are a couple of game elements and roster additions that I am officially predicting for the game right here. First and foremost, I think they're bringing Funky Kong back. Do you think that new Funky mode in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze wasn't a tease for what's to come? Come on. There's also going to be a new Donk City themed racetrack, along with Pauline as a playable character, because there's no way either of these would make the Mario Golf roster and not the next Mario Kart game. I do not think that they will be rebranding this game into Nintendo Kart, like we've seen some people theorize about and hope for ever since Nintendo started adding guest characters to the game. It's fun to have our Animal Crossing and our Zelda characters and tracks thrown into the mix, but I think that they will remain as guests and Mario Kart will remain Mario Kart. Though I wouldn't mind the inclusion of Captain Falcon on the roster. His car is already here, he has 2 racetracks in Mario Kart 8. It just kind of feels unfair to the captain that he's not here yet. Here's a bold prediction. There are plenty of new characters that I would love to see in the game and that deserve to be in it, but there is no one that I would like to see more than Professor Egad, the paranormal investigator himself. He would fit in so well. We already have Luigi's Mansion themed tracks. We have King Boo. Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the best-selling Switch games. It's time for Professor Egad. Bring back that vacuum car from Mario Kart DS for him to drive. Maybe he even gets his own track. I mean, he has a board called Egad's Garage in Mario Party 6. There is no reason why he should not have a roster spot and a racetrack in Mario Kart 9. My last prediction here is that I think we'll continue to get remastered tracks from old games, which may seem kind of obvious since we've gotten this in almost every game since Mario Kart Wii, but you never know. It's worth predicting. They've remastered so many already that it's hard to go back and pick the ones that they haven't, but a few that I would like to see in this game that haven't been remade yet are Wario Coliseum and Rainbow Road from Double Dash, DK Summit and Toad's Factory from Wii, and maybe even Shy Guy Bazaar from the 3DS. Who knows? Maybe whatever the new twist is will make it so that they really can't bring back any older tracks without completely redoing them, and that would be okay. But I do think we'll continue to get the retro courses, and these are just a few that I hope we see. One thing I know for sure is that the entire world is looking forward to Mario Kart 9, even Joe Biden. And with the popularity of the Switch, Nintendo needs to strike while the iron is hot. A Mario Kart 9 announcement this year would break the internet and could possibly destroy the entire metaverse. I know I'm looking forward to it, but I want to know what you guys think too, so hop into that comment section below and let me know your craziest Mario Kart 9 predictions, and if you even think we're going to hear about it this year. I'll be back with another video when we eventually find out more about this game. Or just to say I called the GTA Mario Kart crossover.